Paul Stewart was a top-flight footballer playing for Liverpool, Man City, Tottenham and his country. But for more than 4 decades he's kept quiet about the alleged sexual abuse he suffered at the hands of a former football coach as a child.
Bad enough that it probably ruined the rest of my life in terms of mental state. I've suffered that pain, if you will, and agony for 41 years since it started. It's not just me suffering, though. I mean, I have a family, a wife and 3 children. They've had to endure the difficulties of what it brought.
Paul is one of several former British footballers who've waived their anonymity, coming forward to say they were sexually abused by men in the game who they and their families had put their trust in. Several police forces in the UK have now opened their own investigations into the allegations. Britain during the past few years has been rocked by historical child sex abuse scandals and how concerns about certain individuals were not acted upon. The allegations being made now about football will leave many asking whether more could have been done to protect the alleged victims. There will be questions too about how much was known, how wide the scandal will become, and whether this has echoes of other high-profile cases, such as that of the former presenter Jimmy Savile. A helpline set up by England's Football Association and a children's charity to address allegations about football received 50 calls in its first 2 hours.
Once somebody starts the ball rolling, though, as in Operation U-Tree and the investigation into Jimmy Savile as an example, more people will have the courage to come forward. And this is what we are seeing now. We don't know whether or not this is a tip of an iceberg and there's a lot more people to come through. That's still at an early stage for us to come to that conclusion.
More than 40 years after his ordeal first began, Paul Stewart says he feels compelled to share his story to help others in the same situation. Emma Hayward, Al Jazeera in London.